Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I know it's been a very long while. I've been saying I will start today, I will start tomorrow. Well, unfortunately, due to one or two things happening in real life, with my life, and so on and so forth, I've not been chance to just get straight to it. Because as always, life can always get in the way of your activities. But nevertheless, this should be our first lecture of this series. And before we go any further, we'll be starting with the basics because I know most of us are new to this. It's our first time. Some have seen but have not exactly keyed in. Some we are aware and we know up to a certain level. For those that are already ahead, we'll catch up to you along the way. For those that are new, this lecture is for you. So our introduction will be focusing on four specific things. First, the candles. Then we'll talk about the types of market trend. Then we'll talk about swings before we get to ranges. So first and foremost, candlesticks. What are candlesticks? Let's look at this picture. Now, your candlestick, just like you can see right here, these are candlesticks. The red and the green are both candlesticks. We'll look at some example on the charts as we proceed. So these are what we call candlestick. Whenever you see this red and green thing that you always see on the charts, those things are referred to as candlesticks. Each one on its own is a candlestick without the S. But with the S means that multiple candlesticks. So anyways, we have different types of candlesticks. We have a bullish candlestick and we have a bearish candlestick. Now let me go back up. The bullish candlestick is usually the green one and the bearish is usually the red. Now everybody has their own way of setting up their chart. Some use black, some use blue, some use yellow, some use white, some use green. So whatever you desire to do, you can use it. What actually matters is what each of these candlestick represents. Now go back down again, the bullish and the bearish candlestick. Now the bullish candlestick is the green one. In this case, following the color that has already been used there. The bullish candlestick, what does it represent? It represents what we call buying in the marketplace. Wherever you are seeing green candles being printed, or whenever you hear the word bullish, it means that the market is buying or is going higher. It is in an uptrend. So whenever we use the term bullish, we are referring to green candles going upwards. When the market is printing green candles going upwards, we call this a bullish candlestick. When it's more than one, we call them bullish candlesticks. Likewise, with your bearish candlestick, the red candlestick, as you can see in this picture, this is a bearish candlestick. So the bearish candlestick is the opposite of the bullish. The bearish is when the market is trending downwards. So whenever you see the market going down lower and lower and lower, whatever color the candle may be, as long as it's going lower, it is referred to as a bearish candlestick. And when it's going higher, it's referred to as a bullish candlestick. So your bearish and your bullish candlestick are both referred to as candlesticks. But when it comes to the marketplace and we want to be more specific, we refer to buy candles, candles going up, going higher as bullish candlesticks, and refer to down candles, candles going lower as bearish candlesticks. So I will show us some examples on the charts using my own. Now, why am I showing you this example? Because I want you to understand that everybody has his own color for his own chart. Now, as you can see on my chart right here, you can see I've used black and green. This is my own color. Now, let me use this area here. You can see how there are multiple black candles, and what are they doing? They keep going lower and lower and lower. This black candle could be red, it could be yellow, it could be any other color. But what matters here is that these candles are coming lower. They are printing what? Downwards. Every candle is coming down and it's black. So in my own case, I'm using black to represent down candles, candles going downwards or candlesticks going downwards. These are the black candles. So these are my bearish candlesticks. because of what? Because they are going lower. Whereas whenever the market is going higher, this is a nice example here, going up, 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 up. These are bullish candlesticks, the green ones. So does it mean that because they say, let me zoom in up here, there's a black candle up here, that this is now a bullish candlestick? No. Whenever you see a black candle, or whatever the color may be that you want to use on your own chart, black means a down candle, bearish candle. Green means a up candle, a bullish candle. So regardless of whether there's multiple of them or there's a mixture of them, just like over here, like if we use this example here, here we have green candle, black candle, black candle, black candle, green candle, black candle, black candle, green candle. Now, is it because they are going lower, we'll not call all of them bearish candles or saying that they are all down candles? No. The green candles still represent buying opportunities, or it will represent a buy candle. When you see green candles, it represents what? A buy candle. When you see a black candle, it represents a sell candle. So you should learn to look at it this way so you will not get mixed up or conflicted. Green candles, buy candles. The black ones are your sell candles. Bullish candles are green, bearish candles are black. Whereas in the picture, come back to the picture, here they have used green to represent bullish and red to represent bearish. So first and foremost, the first thing you need to know is your candles, candlesticks, bullish candles and bearish candle. This is what the market consists of. Now let's proceed a bit more. Now there are specific points on your candles that you need to always take note of. The the wick and the body, so, and also the open, the high, the low, and the close. As time goes on, you'll be able to understand these things a bit much better. So usually the wick is the long parts. The body is usually the parts where it's full, almost like a rectangle. The rectangular part of your candle is what we call the body. The singular lines that come from the top and the bottom, those are referred to as wicks. We will talk more about the open, high, low, and close once we go onto a chart. So if you look at my chart over here, you observe that they also have wicks. You can see my um, crosshair moving around. So let's look at this big candle here, this black candle, using it as our first example. Let's start from here. Now, if you observe this black candle over here, it has like a thin stick looking like line coming out of the bottom, and we have another one coming out of the top. Now, these are referred to as wicks. It doesn't matter whether it's on a green candle or it's on a black candle. Whenever you see these thin lines that come out of the bodies of your candle, the bodies, like I said, are the thick parts of the candles. So, for example, this green candle here, the body is the thick part, just like a square or rectangle, whichever one makes sense to you. Whereas the thin part that comes out of the top and the bottom are referred to as wicks. Now, as you can see, as my crosshair is on top, this candle, if you look to the top left of your screen, you will see just below where it says US dollar index, you will see certain group of numbers, and each of these numbers has an alphabet next to it. O103413, H103499, L103386, and C103449. If I come back to this picture, you observe that they have what we call the open, the high, the low, and the close of your candle. Now, each of your candles, whether bullish or bearish, whenever they open, that is what we call the opening price. Now, your bullish candle, because we are going higher, we are buying higher when we have bullish candles, we tend to look for buy opportunities. The opening price, or where the bullish candle opens, it will first of all go down and create a low. Now, the bullish candle is the one on the left. This is the candle I'm talking about right now. The one on the right is your bearish candle, but the logic applies. It's just that The opening price varies depending on the candle. Would not expect a candle going up to open from the top. Would not expect a candle going down to open from the bottom. So the opening of your bullish candle is usually at the bottom just before it forms the low, and then it takes off. And with your bearish candle on the right hand side, the opening price is at the top because the price will open, create the high, and then it will drop. So slowly and surely we will become more versatile with these things. So I'll recap. We're trading in the market, the forex market, where we are studying things called candlesticks. Now, when you learn how to read these things, you'll be able to do a lot of things with them. But at this early stage, just understand what they are. So your candlesticks are what the market consists of. We have a bullish candlestick, green in this case, bearish candlestick, red in this case. And we also spoke about the the specific points on your candles. The wick being the thin part of your candles that comes out at the top and at the bottom. That is a wick, just like you can see in this picture. Then the body, just like you can also see, that is where the bulk of the order is. So the body is usually the thick part of your candle. And then we also have the open eye, the low, and the close. So if I come back here, if you look back at the top, the page load. If you look back at the top, let's say your top left, you see under the where it says US dollar index, you see open. O stands for open, stands for open. H stands for high. L stands for low. C stands for close. So the open, high, low, and close are vital to each candle. So for now, we will not touch too much on it so I don't confuse you at this early stage. All you need to know is that the color of your candle can vary. If I double tap these candles now, I can change their color as you can see, but it's not necessary. This is my own color. This is how I want it to be. So black represents bearish candles, green represents bullish candles. The thin lines coming out of the top and the bottom, whether it's the black or the green candle, those are referred to as wicks. So your wick is usually the thin part. If you look, every candle has its own wick coming out of the top and out of the bottom. So it is not something that is just specific to certain candles. Every candle has its own wick coming out of the top and out of the bottom. So far we have touched on what these things on our chart are called candlesticks. We have also touched on, excuse me, wicks, the wicks of your candles. The wicks are usually coming out of the top and out of the bottom. And then also we have spoken about the importance of your open, high, low, and close. We will touch more on this as we proceed, so you'll know why these numbers at the top left are valuable to your trading. So for now, we'll stop here. The next video will be on swing points, but for now, just understand what your candlesticks are. These are candlesticks. Each and every one of them is a candlestick individually, but as a group, we call them candlesticks. So this actually is actually a candlestick chart. So maybe next time somebody asks you, what are you looking at? You can tell them the actual name is a candlestick chart. So with a candlestick chart, what do you anticipate to see? You anticipate to see a bullish candle and a bearish candle, but plenty of them. If I zoom out, you can see there's many more candles from past data. So it doesn't finish. More candles will come next week as well. That's just how the game is. So anyways, as I was saying, the black candles are your bearish candles. Anyway, you see black, whether it's in the midst of a green candle or a blue candle, the black candle is a bearish candle because it takes us lower. Any candle that is, whatever the color may be, that keeps on going lower is a bearish candle. Then the one that takes us higher is referred to as a bullish candle, whether green or yellow or blue, whatever color it may be, wherever you see it. As long as it's taking us higher, it will be referred to as what? A bullish candle. Now, does it mean that we cannot have bearish candles in the midst of bullish candles or bullish candles in the midst of bearish candles? Yes, you can do that. Just like down here, I like using it as an example because we have a mixture of both bullish and bearish candles. So this is a perfect place to see what I want you to see. This is a bullish candle, this green one here. The next one, a bearish candle, bullish, bearish, bullish, bearish, 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 bullish, bearish, bearish, bullish, bearish, bullish, 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 so on and so forth. So candles can be mixed within each other, but it doesn't take away their representation. They still represent what they represent. Just because there's a green candle next to a red black candle does not mean that the green candle has now turned to a bearish candle. No. So that is all for now. See you next time. Good luck and good talk.